Pro Group Management. Workers' comp that works for you.
This is 7 at 7 from the Las Vegas Review-Journal.
Thanks for joining us on 7 at 7 this evening. I'm Arlette Youssef. We begin with top stories sponsored by Nevada Hand Silver Sky Assisted Living Community. Learn more at nevadahand.org. New body cam footage from North Las Vegas police shows officers shooting a man who was holding a gun. Review-Journal's Cynthia Puga has more on the newly released footage.
The body cam footage shows North Las Vegas police officers Kenneth Townsley and Kevin Calderon firing their weapons at a man. Now, we do want to advise that the following video may be upsetting to some viewers.
I need someone who comes to these apartments. Someone is shooting in apartment 4.
On March 12th, officers responded to a 911 call of shots fired at the 2200 block of East Nelson Avenue.
Last one, drop the gun, you're gonna get shot! You're gonna get shot!
In a video briefing, Officer Brian Thomas said Townsley fired 6 shots and Calderon fired 2. Officers recovered a handgun from the suspect, later identified as 43-year-old Edward Brooks. Police later discovered the bodies of 3 women and a dog who had been shot in 2 nearby apartments. Officer Thomas said detectives continue to investigate the case. Officers Townsley and Calderon have been placed on paid administrative leave pending the outcome of the investigation.
A man is arrested accused of reckless driving in a crash that left a 17-year-old pedestrian dead Monday night. Police say 18-year-old Jesus Barraza was heading south on Tree Line Drive toward Backwoods Road while speeding when the pedestrian was struck crossing the road. Police say 2 women were fatally shot this morning on McCarran Street near Lake Mead Boulevard and Civic Center Drive in North Las Vegas. According to police, the neighborhood is about a mile away from where a man allegedly killed 3 women nearly a week ago. This investigation is ongoing. Visit lvrj.com for the latest updates. President Joe Biden touched down at Harry Reid International Airport today. He came to discuss the American Rescue Plan and his plans to continue funding housing relief, all while campaigning for re-election. President Joe Biden was welcomed by a crowd at the Stupak Community Center, where he discussed his efforts to increase affordable housing through the American Rescue Plan, which has already supplied $1 billion to Nevada. Biden also talked about his plan to continue to make healthcare and medications more affordable and his efforts for clean energy. He then praised Las Vegas for its commitment to creating the country's first high-speed rail service. The president expressed his support of unions and emphasized increasing taxes on the wealthy.
Pride in your hometowns, making a comeback. Pride in America. Pride in knowing you can get big things done if we work together. The reason this election is so important is not about me, it's about the future.
In Health, sponsored by Boulder City Hospital. We're here for you when you need us. Senators Catherine Cortez Masto and Jackie Rosen sent a letter to the Health and Human Services Secretary asking to improve access to mental health services for tribes in Nevada. The senators say they want services to incorporate culturally appropriate practices to help reduce the high rates of suicide in tribal communities. The senators wrote that according to the Nevada Indian Commission, one tribe recently experienced a suicide cluster that left 21 children without a parent. In weather, sponsored by Star Nursery, your garden's partner for every bloomin' thing. Clear skies and light wind gusts are in the forecast this evening with a low of around 52 degrees, and it's beginning to look a lot like spring. Wednesday will see mainly sunny skies with the daytime high reaching 79 degrees and an evening low around 54 degrees. Thursday's temps rising to the 80s and wind gusts reaching 10 to 15 miles per hour in parts of the valley. Friday's daytime high will also be around 80 degrees, but you can expect light winds to stick around.
Sports brought to you by Casablanca Hotel and Resort. The UNLV men's basketball team travels to New Jersey, where they will appear in the postseason for the first time in 11 years to play the 2024 National Invitational Tournament against number 2 seed Princeton on Wednesday. Tip-off at 5 p.m. In the Rebels' last time out, they suffered a heartbreaking loss to San Diego State in overtime, 74-71 in the Mountain West Conference Tournament quarterfinals. Freshman guard Didon Thomas Jr. scored a career high of 29 points.
In entertainment, sponsored by Arizona Charlie's has live entertainment every weekend at both locations. Go to ArizonaCharlies.com to see who's playing. MGM responds to reports of Bruno Mars gambling debt. Review-Journal's John Castellamitas has the details.
MGM Resorts international officials have responded to reports that Bruno Mars has racked up
tens of millions of dollars in debt with their company as a result of his playing gaming tables at MGM Resorts hotel casinos. The company says it is proud of its relationship with Mars. He has no debt. Mars continues to perform at Dolby Live at Park MGM. He's a primary headliner there. He's also in partnership with a company at the Pinky Ring at Bellagio, which opened in February. All sides right now are okay with however much Bruno Mars plays, wins, or loses at MGM Resorts International.
Sports betting brought to you by the Las Vegas Paiute Tribal Smoke and Cigar Shop. Odds are out at Westgate Superbook for the Runnin' Rebels road game against Princeton in the first round of the NIT on Wednesday. The visiting Rebels are 3-point underdogs and plus 135 on the money line. Princeton is minus 155 on the money line, and the total is 138.5. In another NIT game Wednesday, number 1 seed Indiana State is a 7-point home favorite over SMU, and the total is 156.5.
This business update sponsored by the NAB Show, where content comes to life. A Florida-based coffee chain known for its sustainability sourced beans opened its first Vegas location this week. Foxtail Coffee Co. is on West Russell Road near South Fort Apache Road, and there's another location coming.
There's more to the Foxtail story locally. So that Starbucks that closed last June after 25 years on Village Center Circle in Summerlin, Foxtail is going into that space. That was one of the first Starbucks to open in Las Vegas.
Swine & Sons, a Michelin-recognized culinary partner of Foxtail, is serving the menu at the new coffee spot.
Vegas Nation, brought to you by Station Casinos, STN Sports. Download the app today. The Raiders made a key addition on Monday, agreeing to terms with former Vikings running back Alexander Madison. The 25-year-old played 16 games last season, where he served as Minnesota's starter. He amassed 700 rushing yards and caught 3 touchdown passes. Madison joined Zamir White and Amir Abdullah in the Silver and Black's backfield. The Raiders also brought back defensive tackles Adam Butler and John Jenkins on 1-year deals.
Now for Lifestyle, sponsored by Atomic Golf, now open next to the Strat. If you saw a strange beam of light in the night sky Monday, don't worry, it was not aliens. The SpaceX Falcon 9 rocket launched Starlink satellites into orbit around 7:30 in the evening. The company says it's the 10th time the rocket has taken flight this year from Vandenberg Space Force Base in California. The SpaceX website states the Falcon 9 is the first rocket capable of reflight. Starlink uses satellites that orbit the Earth to provide broadband internet. Thank you for watching 7 at 7. Search Review Journal on the platform of your choice to stay up to date all the time. We'll see you tomorrow morning for more 7 at 7.
Review Journal Studio, sponsored by Adam Kuttner. Get the maximum settlement as quickly as possible. This 7 at 7 update, sponsored by Pro Group Management. You're watching 7 at 7 from the Las Vegas Review Journal.